So I can solo the kick, solo all of the drums. I'm in a slightly bad mood. I got a parking ticket 5 meters away from home, although I'm paying to be able to park in front of my home without having to pay. It's ridiculous. I don't know why, but it just makes me mad because now I have to deal with it and it will steal my time. But there's one thing that will instantly cheer me up. This right here is another step towards making the studio a more perfect place. It just needs to be assembled, apparently, so let's do that quick. Definitely looks a lot cleaner than before. I just need to adjust the height a little, test around, and I also wanted to try out like the portrait mode, like flipping it around and see how Logic reacts and if it makes any kind of sense. Because if I make it in the portrait mode, I could actually get a bigger TV. Flip side, I then have to look up all the way like my neck. I don't know if that's good. It's just something I have to try out. I've never seen it someone else do in such a big way, and having it in portrait mode. We'll see. All done with the mixing. I just mixed someone else's song, a really good song, a good song. Mixing it makes it a lot more fun. The difference is definitely like 10-15%. I had to exchange 1 or 2 things here. Now we will send it back to him, ask if it's all right, if it's okay, and then hopefully he'll be happy and can release that song. If you're interested in mixing, mastering, it's linked down below in the description, but please be patient. I can only do 1 mix a month because I just have like a very limited amount of time and just like 1 master per day. We're also offering like stem mixing, usually 8 tracks. So it's in between of mastering and mixing, gives like more flexibility, more control to me, and usually even a better result. This is perfect for people that are like not very comfortable with mixing, but comfortable enough making actually an entire song and don't want to spend that much. So if you're interested, just hit us up. We'll try to schedule as fast as possible. Next up, lunch break, and maybe even going outside. Leonard is already in holiday mood. A little cocktail. First day, like t-shirt weather. We already talked about like 2 weeks ago, snow, -10 degrees, and now it's 20.
It's crazy, it's like 30 degrees difference.
In a couple of weeks. I've never had this before in my entire life, but at least the sun is shining.
And remember last time we went to the beach, there was like high water.
Yeah, the flood, like,
the flood. Yeah.
It's probably all gone and all fine again. So 3 weeks ago, right here where I'm standing, was the water line, right here. You couldn't even go down here more than 2-3 meters. Everything behind me you can see, everything was flooded entirely. The trees were half gone, the beach was gone, there was nothing. And now it's like it never happened. I mean, it's all a little muddy. The entire golf course over there flooded. From there up here, all flooded. Still quite high. Usually it goes like half the way to the bushes. Anyways, enough fresh air. That was your break for today.
Yeah, my little holiday.
10 minutes back to making music. Very great, successful session working on that song that is just called Hold, the one you just heard with that singer-songwriter from Italy. We have to figure out a name, a couple of changes. He might have to re-record some bits in here, and then it's also done. So Watch Me Burn is done, Hold, project, name, title, done. And then Save the Day. I'll play it to you in the outro. I think I will redo, I will keep like the core elements, but it's one of these songs where I was like doing so many different versions that I've lost completely the overview of like which part is what in the arrangement. All of the automation is all over the place, the routing is all over the place. So I will strip it down to the bare essentials and start over again, because I think the initial idea is actually quite strong. I love the vocal It goes a little into like this future rave, Morton Guetta kind of direction, which might be a problem because it's already too close, but it's good. And I think that's what actually counts. But maybe while redoing it, I can take it somewhere else, at least a little, give it my own little spin. And someone asked me if I'm happy with this Behringer controller. I have to say, actually, yes. Like, it's not the nicest looking. It's not the highest quality, but for the price, I think just 50 bucks, it's really solid. And I'm just using, like, the first one is a mute, the second one is a solo, so I can solo and mute every single one of the channels. But I'm only using that on my 8 summing channels. So if I want, let's do it really quick. Let's hit play. So I can solo the kick, solo all of the drums, solo the bass, the main synthesizers, the vocals. And the last one are all of the effects, which I think is really practical because this way I can mute all of the reverbs and listen for if I added too much reverb to the entire track, because too much reverb makes everything washed out, less attack, more in the background, and most modern music needs like a forward sound where you can hear a reverb, but it's not really that audible. It shouldn't like stand out, at least on like all of the smaller elements, drums, claps, maybe background pads. On the main stuff, main vocal and main synthesizer, it could be a little more audible, but not too much. It's like clutting up the mix. And especially since I've acoustically treated this room right here, like the tiniest amount of reverb, I hear it immediately, almost like with headphones. And in a not treated room, I always had the problem, I had to add a lot of reverb to actually hear it and make it audible, and my ear, my brain being able to differentiate it from the room reverb. That's like one of the main reasons having like a low decay time and a controlled decay time is so important for music production. It helps you to set all of these reverbs correctly. Hope this makes sense. I'll tell you more about this entire setup, how it's routed, what's going on, why I have which kind of piece of gear. A lot have been asking me, but I'm waiting for one more thing to actually replace this one right here. And then like the basic setup is all done already. And I go through why I'm using what. It's kind of interesting. I think this is a very unique approach and helps me definitely making music and mixing, mastering. It's fun, a lot of fun. Like knobs, love it. The screen, love it. I even now managed to put it a bit higher, so it's on the perfect height. And working here is just a joy. Just like, I still can't believe it. Like, if I watch older videos where I didn't have this, if someone would have told me that I will have a room like this one day, I would have never ever believed it. It's actually so unnecessary, but it's actually also a whole lot of fun. Can't wait to fully finish it. Just a couple of bits here and there, waiting for the lockdown to end so I can finally go to the DIY stores again and buy stuff. Can you believe it?
Right, what did you do?
Nothing yet. I don't know how much it is.
Did you use the barcode?
No, not yet. And it doesn't make any sense. I mean, we live like not even a minute walking of it.
Perfect, great.
Yeah. The thing is, if I get a lawyer, the lawyer costs me more than just paying this ticket. But I don't want to pay it because we don't have to pay it.
Let's see how much it is.
Like, it's just saying it is what it is and just pay it, or fighting for my right, which is way more expensive. Does it say how much?
Well, we have to enter our license plate this morning. 9.50. 10 euros.
10 euros. It's not worth it.
Yeah, but if we are right,